Ladies and gentlemen, he's done that plenty of times. Matty Odell.
Matty Odell.
President Meth Head.
Matty the Meth Head.
What's going on?
How are you?
What's happening? I'm sorry about the last time. I had to go for a colonoscopy.
How was that?
Right?
Oh, tore the ass out of me. Literally. No, it went well. I had 2 polyps. Had to get them taken out.
The colonoscopy
life.
drugs. How did they fare compared to your breadth of experience?
My meth doesn't compare.
Really?
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's fucked up because I do have a congenital heart defect.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't usually put me out. They don't knock me out when I do that. So I'm just like twilighted. So I'm watching it on the TV. As they're fucking raping me.
Do you have a memory of it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've been told like, oh, this is just a local, but we wipe out your memory. They do.
Yeah. I've never, unfortunately, because I guess with my heart condition, they would have to get it sign off with my cardiologist and have like an anesthesiologist, like a full blown anesthesiologist. Yeah, you don't want
that. No. No. Was the congenital heart condition what got you to slow down the meth over time?
Yeah. Or else I would have been still going full.
Oh, yeah. So you're going half speed on the meth?
Yeah, I did it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. So you dabble in meth at this point?
Yeah, once in a while, like special occasions, like I said, Easter.
What
Christmas.
was the special occasion 2 weeks ago?
A buddy of mine who I hadn't seen in a while
September 26th.
Yeah, that was good enough reason.
No, tell us really. What your buddy came up?
Yeah, my buddy came up. He did a show with me, and so we partied on a little bit.
Right. Yeah, you showed.
Is that all right? So I got some meth questions because
sure.
I don't know much about meth. I really like weed, that sort of and the culture around that. But like, so it's very common for dudes to just get high together on weed, and that seems like we're gonna like get dopey and eat Doritos and watch an old movie and point out like silly facts. What's it like to hang out with another dude and get high on meth? I think of meth as a sex drug in a lot of ways. I feel like that's the one that's going to make you like horny and want to like bang for 20 hours.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely have marathon sex 100%. But if you're not gay, I mean, I'm not gay, so I don't like particularly like men. Yeah. But like usually when I'm doing it with my buddies, like we're involved in some kind of project concerning like motorcycles. I remember one time I took the front end of my motorcycle 22 times in one day. Yeah.
So you just kept taking it off and putting it back on.
Take it off, and we would think we were making adjustments to it and put it back on and ride it a little bit and then take it off. And
what were you trying to do? Balance it?
No, we were just trying to get we tried to get like from when we would come down from doing wheelies, like we didn't want the shocks to bottom out.
Right.
So we were like fucking around with the dampening of the springs and the tubes and everything.
Okay.
Are you good at wheelies?
I don't recommend it when you're really high.
Man, are you good at wheelies? I have to know. Are you good at wheelies?
I can do wheelies on my bike, yeah.
Like for how long? How long?
I mean, I'm not going for miles and miles and miles, no. But I can get up 12 o'clock, like straight up.
Yeah, okay, you're better than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the thought process like? Because you see stuff in media that's like, oh, someone does meth and then they take apart a clock radio and put it back together and take it apart.
Super. I mean, it's like laser focused. Like you're super hyper focused on whatever task you were doing.
What's the thought when, like, after you put the piece of your bike back on for like the 9th time? What is the thought as you're driving where you're like, this isn't gonna do? Got to do it again.
Right, because then I'll ride it and do it, and then my buddy would get on and do it, and then we would compare our analysis of how it handled or how it felt when it came down and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing more meth throughout this? Like, because it doesn't last. How long does it last?
See, that's a big misconception. Like people who've never done it, they'll think it's like Coke where you got to keep doing it over and over and over again. Like people say, like, if they do Coke, they want a bump. And then like 30 minutes later, they're like, oh, I got to do another bump. Like that's not true with meth, but people do that anyway.
Yeah, and
then they just get so whacked out.
Are you smoking it or are you
no
like snorting?
No,
it?
I was part of an organization that you're only allowed to sniff it or drink it. You're not allowed to smoke it or shoot it.
Okay.
What
less
about
addictive that way? Less extreme.
What's that?
Less addictive that way. Less extreme.
I don't know. We'd say you just can't trust a junkie. which is weird because people say, well, you can sniff coke and sniff meth. I go, yeah, but have you ever seen a crackhead?
Yeah.
They smoke crack. You know, have you ever seen somebody who smokes meth? That's where you see the people with the faces of meth where they have no teeth and they have the sores all over their faces. And
so it's more powerful taking it that way.
Once they start smoking it and then they start shooting it, then it's just, you know.
Why do they have sores on their faces? Like, what's happening?
You know what it is they'll feel like something that they had like a mark or something, and they'll just constantly they'll obsess on it.
Make it worse.
And they just sit there and scratch like
I do that with pimples sometimes.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can't do that. You're gonna have
like I had a buddy of mine.
Not on my face.
He would literally he would pluck his face with a pair of tweezers.
No.
And he would pluck like each individual whisker out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because he would like try to shape his beard and stuff. It was like crazy.
What's some of the, like, when you're fixated on it in the moment, if it's like a stupid or ridiculous thing to be fixated on, does part of you know that, like, as you're putting on the piece of the bike for the 18th time, part of you is like, this is kind of ridiculous? Or is it just like, no, you're so zoned in.
You're so zoned in. You're just locked on it. And usually it's somebody who will come by. I remember one time I was looking for a screw. I was at my buddy's house up in Massachusetts in Salem. And I'm in my buddy's driveway. And I lost a screw on what is called like a brake sending switch. So when you hit the brake pedal, when it goes through the master cylinder, it would push this and it would make the brake light come on. So I had taken a little tiny brass screw out and I dropped it. And I was like, fuck. You know, it was an asphalt driveway. I literally sat in his driveway for 3 days. And just going on my hands and knees, like looking like. And then after the third day, he comes out. He goes, Matt, he goes, what are you looking for? I go, the fucking sending switch screw. And he goes, oh, this one right here. And he bends down. He picks it up.
Oh, my God.
I wanted to kill him.
My wife was like that.
Yeah, that shit the whole time.
But they let me, literally every morning, he would open up his bedroom window out of his house. And he'd look out and he goes, how you doing, Mr. Odell? I go, I'm all right. He goes, you find it? I'm like, nope.
Are you sleeping in the driveway?
No sleep.
Oh, you're just
he's on meth.
No sleep.
How are you searching? How are you searching at nighttime? Just a
flashlight.
Flashlight.
Oh yeah.
And this whole time you're just.
Then you would start saying, well, where can I find a brass screw? And then you like look at doorknobs, and you try to like take a door out of a doorknob and see if that screw fits. And
so you get creative after a while.
Doorknobs apart,
looking for a similar screw.
Yeah.
And then you drop the doorknob screw, and now you got to miss another 3 days off.
You think that's my buddy? I swear to God, one time I had to go to California for a meeting, and I fly out to California. I leave my buddy in the house, and I come back a week later, and he's still in the same spot, but the intercom. We lived in an apartment at the time. The intercom was taken out of the wall. And every single stereo component was taken out of the rack and dismantled and laid on the floor. And I look at him. I'm like, what's up, Joe? He's like, nothing. So I just look around. I go, how was your week? He's like, it was pretty good. I said, oh. I go, what's going on? I go, what's all the stuff out for? He goes, I was looking for a screw for my knife. He literally took the entire electronics, like, apart, looking for a screw to fit in his knife.
Hardware store might have been the first place to look at.
But he's not thinking that way.
No,
that's that week-long meth binge.
Is that 3 days looking for a screw is so you're not eating, you're not sleeping,
nothing.
Just and how many
I've stood in front of a desk in my house looking on something on my phone. And somebody would be like, hey, do you want something to drink? I'm like, yeah, pick me up a Gatorade. And they come and they bring the Gatorade and put it right in front of me. And you could come back 12 hours later. I'd still be standing in the same spot looking at something on my phone and the Gatorade would be there untouched.
Because you're just zoned in on what you're doing.
Zoned in on whatever I was looking for on the phone.
So when it finally does come down, like the high, are you just exhausted and famished?
Yeah. See, I through the years, you learn to eat and rest. We call it fake sleep.
Yeah, how do you fake sleep?
Yeah, we call it fake sleep because when we're on the road, we would call it. I call them like, yo, how many cracks are in the hotel ceiling?
How many? Because
you have to once you're up for so long, like your body's gonna start aching because you're so tensed. Like you're tensed up, you're locking your legs, and you're standing there, you're not moving. So I call it fake sleep. So you lay down just to let your body rest, but your mind's still going a gazillion miles a minute, and you have to force yourself to eat. Because if you eat,
that sounds great.
Yeah, nothing you're describing sounds like a good time. What's the good part?
It's the fucking best, man.
What's the good part of Meth? What? Yeah, like what? This isn't fun so far. Like, what's the good part?
Oh, I mean, it's I don't know. You got to experience. Want me to send you some?
I'm in.
I bet
You're not selling it.
He's having a lot of fun while he's doing these.
Oh
things.
yeah, you're having a fucking time of your life.
So you enjoyed looking for the screw for 3 days?
Right. No, that much I didn't like. I didn't like that too much. But I was obsessed with it. Like I had to find it.
I feel like a puzzle would be like the best, right? Like one of those big.
But believe it or not, a lot of people will do like Sudokus and they'll do crossword puzzles and like find the words. People will color. Crazy.
Video games, probably.
Yeah. People are obsessed on that. Damn. Well, I mean, it's not too different from Adderall. I mean, it's a little different, but you ever see people on Adderall that just like binge out on it and they're fucking
yeah, they're all
same type of deal.
I think it's really similar.
It is. I mean, they're both amphetamines.
Yeah, I mean, Matty has done both, I'm sure. So it's.
But you know what? Believe it or not, I've only done Adderall once.
I love Adderall. Adderall's great.
So you did. You did Adderall.
I mean, now, see, let me ask you a question. Does the Adderall? Do you get Adderall dick on that?
I take like Cialis daily,
like a 30.
So I wouldn't.
Yeah, but I'm saying Adderall will make your dick shrink up.
Well, I take the Cialis, which would counteract anything.
Okay,
like
I'm
that.
saying.
I think I haven't had any issues with that.
Adderall.
Of course, I haven't taken Adderall.
Or just not get hard, or what is it? What does Adderall do to you?
It's like
just making
dick. Like you're not going to get hard as
it just fucking shrivels up, man. From what I've told.
And
I thought it just made it so you lasted forever and you couldn't finish.
It's kind of like that's one thing that it says. They say Adderall, it makes your dick fucking like shrivel up to like a fucking elevator button.
Okay.
But meth does not do that.
Meth. It's weird because meth, you have sex. It's like I mean, when you finally do have an orgasm, like when you finally do come, oh my god, the intensity, it's ridiculous.
Because you've been involuntarily edging, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How long does it take to come on when you're fucking with and you're fully amped up on meth?
Oh, it can go for a while. I mean, talk about marathon sex. I remember I was screwing this girl, and 27 hours had passed, and we never left the bedroom. It was crazy.
Hours.
That's a lot. Did she want that? Like,
she's on meth also, Woody.
Yeah. We were both high, Skites. She went through the mattress, the box spring.
Not by the library.
He was too busy taking the alarm clock apart to protest.
I think when we actually had left the room,
she found a screw.
And it was like we were like, "How long we're fucking?" She was like, "What day is it?" I'm like, "It's Monday," and it had literally been 27 hours. I was like, God damn.
That's a lot.
That is.
You're going to need some P. Diddy style lubricant to get in a session like that.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple bottles.
Yeah.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
What's the hangover like?
That's over 100 gallons, by the way.
That's the thing. Like, for years, I'd say for like 11 years straight, I probably had do like 6 in 1. I'd stay up for 6 days and sleep for 1.
What?
Yeah. It's like in the height of my...
Nobody can do that. Like if you can harness, no, I know how. I'm just saying it's crazy that it can. It's crazy that like with those chemicals, you can just go.
Yeah.
How old are you, Matty?
I'm 52.
I'm 51.
Yep.
There you go.
52. I was born 1972.
Yeah, 73.
So there's no. So you don't even really feel the hangover effect of the 6 days.
No, because I mean,
you're just out.
You could sleep like a regular 8 hours. And you're like good as normal.
So you were just on that schedule for years, and on the 7th day you rested.
I'd say 90% of the time in that 11-year span was like 6 in 1.
So let me ask you this. I think of meth as like a cheap drug, like $20 to get going or something. Yeah. Is it like that really?
Well, considering that the amount that you need to get high for a sustained period of time, like it used to be. Right now, it's super, super cheap. I mean, ridiculously cheap. Like, because the open borders, Mexico has just literally flooded the market.
Finally,
so you
Biden
can
doing
get like
something right.
So you can get like an ounce, like $500.
And how long will an ounce last?
Oh my God, I can make a gram last like a week.
Oh,
I don't speak drugs. How many grams are in an ounce?
28.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Everyone else knew.
An ounce is a 6-month continuous supply.
Yeah, if you don't get deep in the bag.
Yes.
You just keep going and then you lose, and we call getting deep in the bag.
Yeah, I do that with potato chips sometimes.
What are signs that you
I get deep in the bag? Pringles, don't get me started.
Like, over your 11 years of doing that, what was kind of an indicator to you when you were on a bender that you were too deep in the bag? Like, what would have to happen for you to be like, oh, we're going a little too far this time?
Normally, you wouldn't. Somebody that was close, you would probably check you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone else smoking meth or
no smoking. Intranasal or drinking.
Reasonable person.
Yes, drinking. It sounds just
it's a totally different rush too, because because I would ride across country and stuff, and you don't want to. You'd put it in your drink and shake it up and leave it there. So if you get pulled over, you don't have to worry about. The cop's not going to drink your drink. He's not going to drink your Gatorade or your water.
That's smart. I didn't know you could drink it because he's not going to smell it. He's not even going to.
Yes, it's water. It's water soluble, so you can drink it and get it. I mean, it takes longer. It processes through your liver.
Yeah.
It's a totally different rush.
And that one isn't you prefer snorting to.
Yeah, I like. It's like the people who smoke it. They get addicted to like the ritual of going to get it and then getting their pipe and they like the whole ritual of getting high is they get addicted to that whole thing.
Did it ever get too crazy when you were around people smoking meth and you had to get out of there?
I was never around people who smoked it. A couple of times, I mean, going through different suppliers, like there was a bunch of Filipinos that I used to deal with. They used to smoke the shit out of it. But I could never, it was against the rules of the organization I was with.